Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with my good friend Sanna. Sanna and I met as we are both part of Bump, the community that's connected us back in January or December. And finally, today we get to introduce you all to Sanna. So, Sanna, please tell us a little bit about what you do and how you shed your light in the world.
Oh, well, thanks firstly for having me here, Melanie. Wonderful to be here. Yeah, so my name is Sanna Kettunen, and I'm based in Finland, close to Helsinki, the capital. And what do I do? I am a visual artist, a author. I've written the book The Best Is Yet to Come, Rediscover Who You Are. And with that content of the book, I also call myself a self-love guide because the book is all about how to love, how to get to know how to get to know oneself and learn to love what you have come to know, and then you express yourself. You do like justice to yourself, and that is based on my own journey of healing and rediscovering myself. And with that came the love for the creative expression. So I have been um, sharing my creatives, writing, videos, the speaking, then mixed media art and brand design, and then obviously the book on social media. And that came from my own healing journey. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. What brought you to that? Like, was there a special moment that you can recall that was like, I need to put myself out there more and share my message? What brought that along?
Well, everything began from my own healing journey, and that was my life turned around when I was healing from an unhealthy relationship and started years of going or doing the work just to get myself together. And then came a lot of insights about that I never knew was possible about myself. And my background was working with children. That was the only thing I knew. But I started to more and more when the years went, I started to just have so much realization about the just that to be aware, and just it's all about connecting back to your heart and to the child within. And I was just like, I kept it for myself for a while, and just was feeling it and in this magical place in nature and everything. And then I was like writing to myself, but then I was just like, I have to do something with this. And
Mm,
I was like 1 year away from social media in total connection, just getting to know myself, which was
mm,
super healing and wise decision at that point. But I started waking up in the middle of the night, almost like a knock that, hey, you have to do something with this. And then in 2019, I got back on social media without knowing where is it going to take me? Just sharing messages, writings, a little by little, it came to this point, but it's been a journey.
hmm And the next thing you knew, you had a book that was written and ready to deliver.
Yeah, that is
Mm.
quite something. I always knew I wanted to write a book, and I had in a vision board on my wall a picture of not just one, it was like few books. So I
Mm.
had it kind of visioned already too.
That's so beautiful. I love that. I completely love that. So how do you combine the creative with the self-love, and how do you merge the knowledge that you've had with creativity with the self-love aspect?
Firstly, just doing justice to myself, and I do that sharing on my personal journey, just saying that we have to express ourselves in the ways that our hearts are guiding. And my way of doing that, following my heart, is that I have to be creative. And
Mm,
then in that way, it's very general. So anyone who is listening, then it's like a nudge that do justice to your heart. Might not be in the creative way, but in some other area, just do it. But then I combine it, like I put my own creative expressions that I share, but then I also, with the work now, actually have created a fusion where I combine both the brand design for heart-centered entrepreneurs so that they get a visual representation of what's inside and what is their heart message, that it really looks and feels right to them and does justice to their service, but also then help them with the visibility aspect of just feeling confident of putting themselves out there as their authentic self, because that is one thing that is so needed, and it just comes to being naturally yourself. You cannot go wrong with that, and you cannot hide behind the exterior visual aspect either, so you need to have both. So
How do you go through the process for someone that doesn't have that experience with creativity, doesn't have that design background? How can you walk us through a little bit of the process that you take with people to get them there?
yeah, sure. Like, well, my work has been either it is that somebody doesn't need help with the creative aspect, but they just have needed, known exactly what they need. So I've just been an instrument creating it. But then there has been the other like element of like having people who have needed help in just finding their style, like just I've asked questions. One of the most important question in anything I do is always that how do you want to make others feel, like your ideal client, that what is the feeling you want to evoke in another, because people remember how we make them feel, like Maya Angelou says, but it's so powerful because once you know that, then you get clarity on how can you convey that creatively in your messaging, because visual messaging is it's very powerful because we get drawn to things. So to think of it like you have to obviously love it. It has to feel right to you, feel like this is me. But then who is the ideal client that feels drawn to that it really is like, if it's, tranquility, then it has to obviously be peaceful. You want to create that sense of trust, harmony. How can you create that? But also in your own beingness. Are you
Mhm.
expressing that, making yourself feel like that? So, and I also train how to, I can help with the foundation, and then I'm very happy. It makes me super happy to just pass on the design aspect, that it's not that difficult. Here is the foundation. Now you can do this, you can do that. Just take it from here, be creative. You don't need anything else than this, and you can tweak and do all kinds of things and just have fun with it, or give it to a VA if you don't want to do it, but you don't need me anymore in this part. So yeah.
So you're enabling people as well to do their own. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
not
you have,
everyone wants it, but
yeah,
some have really enjoyed that, and it has brought me a lot of joy to see when they have put their own spin to it and started be creative. It's been amazing.
that's awesome. And you offer programs as well that people can join. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have just actually today, for the first time, I have put out a new program that I'm offering, a heart expression program. It's a 9 week 9 week program for like heart expression journey, and it's for heart-centered entrepreneurs who need help with the visual aspect, like either they have a brand like representation that doesn't quite feel right and they want help with just aligning it to themselves and to their service, or then they might not have any and they need help with that. But there is that other aspect too of the deeper work, that they're not that confident in maybe networking, putting their message out, want to kind of hide and just, So I help with that too, making really understand that, hey, everyone wants to know you're the heart behind the brand and you are the brand, and the visuals are only there to enhance and to strengthen your message and to be recognized that, hey, she is the one or he is the one who has that branding image, and that's the message. So in that way, it's an aid. And yeah, and it's very much personally tailored, but there's also then the group support element in it. So yeah, it's very special.
And it's beautiful, Sanna. I can see your passion and your connection with the work is really palpable, and that's really beautiful. A question I always ask everyone is, what does one conscious love mean to you?
I love that question. Well, Melanie, I will say that my one word, my why is love. That is the reason behind everything. It's like the last word that if something comes out of me, it's just love. Take it from there, people. Figure it out. It just means everything. That's what it means. It means everything. It's so multifaceted. And it is just to connect with oneself. You connect then with everything outside of yourself. You're in oneness, nature, higher power, may you go, whatever. I don't care. It's all the same for me, love, and oneness. So yeah, it's everything.
That's beautiful. Yes, beautifully said. Anything else you wanted to share with everyone watching?
No, I don't think. I would just say that if you feel like a pull, you want to know more or connect, then just reach out. That's basically it. Yeah.
Yes,
And just
they
to
would benefit
express
a lot.
oneself, be yourself, and love yourself because you're amazing. So.
That's beautiful. They would benefit a lot from having you in their lives, that's for sure, Sanna. So please
Aw.
reach out and make a friend and learn something while you're developing a new friendship. What else could you ask for, right?
I don't think there's anything better than that.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you all for watching. And we'll put all your links in the comments below so it's easy for people to reach out to you. And please do reach out to Sanna and make a new friend. Thank you so much for being here, love. It was lovely.
Oh, thank you so much, Melanie, for having me. Thanks for anyone watching.
Thank you, everyone.